All right, kings and queens. King Stevian checking in, checking in. All right. Hands kind of sticky here. I'm coming in today to uh go over some things. And this is the third quarter 2026 King's speech address. Okay. So starting out before we even get started, let me get over here so you can where are we? Is this it right here? Yeah, that's it right there. Like that right there. Monthly dues are due now. $100 for the university. And of course, it's the university students. Okay. So get your dues in now. All right. Because after the 5th, there is a $20 charge. And then after the 10th, there's another one. Okay. So get that in, please. And mentioning that, we just, well, I just kicked someone out of the group. Okay. Why? Let me break it down for you. Okay. Get this off my screen. It's like once I record, they want to put their shit up in my recording. I'm going to blur that shit out. Okay. Dumbasses. So this queen and king, the one who's locked up, okay, kept doing the process the way they wanted to do it. Okay. And I ain't said this so many times. Matter of fact, let me pull, because I'm going to pull this up. Because some of y'all just want to keep playing. And you'll say that you didn't get some of your lying. And let me say this again. Please stop calling me on your own without an appointment. I'm not going to pick up. You're in violation when you call me, especially on the weekend. Once you violate, any money you done gave is gone. If I decide you're cut out of this group, then one queen had the nerve to call me this weekend. Everyone knows you can't just pick up the phone and call me. I don't work on the weekend for y'all. Okay? That's my family time. That's my tribal time. That's my studio time. That's my time for my tax stuff. Stop with the fucking calling me. I made it very clear if it's an extreme emergency, not because you want to know something. After 7 p.m., only if it's an extreme emergency, like you got locked up, you got hit by a car, someone stole, broke your house, all this stupid stuff, this stuff here, then you have the right to text me first to ask, can you enter into the king's chamber? Okay? Then if I say yes, then you can call me. That's the protocol. That's the process. Don't call me just because, King, I just want to say hey. And one of the videos I even gave y'all, but y'all ain't listened to the video, so you're just gonna miss out. If you just want to call, check on me, but it just goes to show nobody calls and check on me because they don't care. Okay? Okay? Let me see if anybody called my other number. Nope. No one called. No one called. My daughter. That was it. So it just goes to show you don't care about me. But it's okay. It's all right. So I'll take that off the table now. Don't worry about calling. Check on me. All right. With the new number I gave y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take the video down because y'all didn't even go listen to it. Let me go pull this up because people keep acting like they're slow, and anytime you start acting like you're slow, I'm kicking you out of here. Go to a SLD school. Okay. Secure private creditor learning disability. Okay. I put the SPC and the S. All right. I shouldn't even be pulling this up. Shouldn't even be pulling this one up. Okay, go on over to this one. I'm gonna go to calendar 1. All right. So you're sitting in the class, right? And the screen shows you what you're supposed to do. And then after I tell you how to do this, you still go back and do it your way. Right? First, it's, oh, I turned the stuff in, told you exactly what to do, get it certified. Okay? So what that do is the certification proves that they received it. Okay? That's what that does. All right? And of course, if you look at the record, the list on that case, it'll show that they received it. So here we go. Next, after the class, I said before everything, I need to see what you just done before you go turn it in. There are people that ran and done tax returns. I haven't seen nothing. You haven't even done a certificated deed and got a barcode from it. So what that's telling me is, and I don't care if you say I assume and presume, it doesn't matter because you didn't do what you're supposed to do. So whether you operated with it or without it, you didn't get it from me, so you're in violation. And there's a lot of you out there behind closed doors doing this shit. Okay? Some of you in these damn other groups, just all y'all are is hoarders. You're grabbing a bunch of information and then you're running off with it, mixing it with your other group stuff. That's a violation. A lot of you about to get just cut out. I'm done. I'm done because I know that's what you're doing. So if you get cut, after I'm doing my investigation on everybody, because I'm starting to do one on everybody, I don't care if it's in the middle of the month. If you're cut off and you see you're cut off, you know why. Okay? It don't take 6 months to do this pre-step right here. It don't. It don't take 6 months. You're in this group 3 months. It don't take that long. That means you're doing something else. This woman had the nerve to come and say, hey, I just was testing. This ain't the group where we play tests on the judicial level, administrative level, or the legislative level. That's not what we're here to do. This ain't a game. I'm going to just test it out. What? Test what? You know what I took that as? You're testing to see in my line. You're testing to see if you need me. You're testing if you see you need this process the way I laid it out. The way I laid out the process for the assholes who are out there is to stop them from coming back. See, I know the strategy in this process that I put together. Just because there is an assignment, you might say, well, that ain't his process. See, you don't know what a process is. A process is putting things from your R&D together to make one step to step on. And then you got to form the next step, then the next step, then the next step. So each step brings you up. Just doing one thing, because you've seen one of the steps, ain't getting you to no level. And like the queen did, she sat here and had things involved in the exemplification that has nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, let me go over here. I want to go over here so y'all can see, because I gave y'all this before about the exemplification. I'm going to blow it up so you can see it. So you can hear, see it very freaking clearly. Now, this ain't the process that I put together. The process that I put together stops them from ever coming back. Everybody knows, let me go to the code, 31 US, CFR, nope, 31 USC 3727. I gave you every code there is, okay? Okay, someone's texting me. I would say I found your YouTube page by coincidence. It's what the universe led me to. I have a few questions and definitely ready to fly. Sorry so late to text. Give me a call in an hour. Hopefully I'll be done with this video by then. All right. Assignments of claims. Now that's key word right there. You got to look at the title. Assignment of what? Claims. So what? Right there, just with the title, it tells you there have to be a claim. This girl had no goddamn claim whatsoever. No claim. So exemplifying anything is not a damn claim. Your claim have to go in, and that's what forces them to exemplify. So that's probably why they exemplify it, because they know you won't have a claim. You don't have no 1099A the way I show you it needs to be done, because she's the type of person to go do it the way she want to do it. Okay? It has to be a full claim the way I show y'all need to be. You have to have the certificate of deed with your foreign barcode, which allows you to take it to the foreign countries in order, and then you have to follow up with the tax filing. So why would you do an exemplification if you ain't done the tax filing? You don't even know the tax filing. So you're operating just to get this dude out of trouble with child support, and you don't even have a claim. You ain't done the paperwork. It's going to be hella high water if he do get back in the group. Because what I ain't seen, I went and looked at the tax ID number for the 9-8, and when he did it, that means he did it without me even knowing, because I never seen it. And if I did see it, it was way in March of last year. He should have been had that fixed. But now you trying to do a W-9 form to show that, hey, they have jurisdiction over this straw man, but you ain't put to have jurisdiction over the case. So you took the information that I gave you and used it for something else. Okay? That's only over the straw man. That ain't over the case. Okay, that ain't what the W-9 does. There's nothing being brought over to that foreign country. And if you did do it, you did it under the wrong name. Under the wrong 9-8 name. So why would you use that 9-8 if it's not the right 9-8? You won't even be able to do a tax process because the fiduciary don't even match up. The straw man don't supposed to be doing no goddamn taxes because the straw man ain't free of the state yet. And we're going to get into the state dealing with this Nolan Wells case in a minute. All right, so let's go here. So assignments of claims, so you know you got to have a claim. What is a claim? Let's go to the 1099A, because I'm not just going to talk it. I'm going to walk it. Let's go over here. Let's go look at the 1099A. Form 1099A. Oh, he's just talking. No, I ain't just no talking. I'm going to show you behind. Some of you need to be educated, because y'all like you know more than the teacher. This is a claim. Acquisition or abandonment. Acquisition means you're acquiring something. Abandon means somebody abandoned abandoned their responsibility to pay a obligation. So then they come back in the description of the property box, they put what they abandoned. Because you have secured property that you put up for a loan, then what winds up happening is, okay, You care about that property. So what proves you care about that property? Well, you're going to make your payments. You're going to pay on that principal. So they also put the fair market value in there. Okay, so if you abandon that property, this company up here, the lender, comes and grab it. So whatever you put in box 6 is what you're taking over based on the failure to pay that debt. Was this person liable? Yep, boom. So I'm not going to go over this. I went over this form a million trillion times. Okay, so let's go back over here. That shows that you acquired it. She didn't even do a 1099-A. The 1099-A should have been in the exemplification folder when the judges signed off on it. You would have had a certificated deed. According to the UCC, that's a perfected claim. What is that? UCC 1, UCC 9 dash, I want to say 103. Perfection of claims. Let me go back. Let's go back. UCC, because I want to give it to you. UCC, perfection of claims. Perfection of security interest. Remember in 31 CFR 240.14 through 17, it says if you have a whole or part of a claim. Okay? And that's when the assignment comes into play. Okay? Article 9. Perfection is the legal process a creditor uses to protect their security interest in a debtor's collateral against claims from other creditors. So what is the purpose of the exemplification? Is to keep it from other creditors, fake creditors trying to come in and grab it. But you have to have a damn claim, a perfected claim. And bankruptcy trustees. It typically requires attaching, attaching the security interest first. Attaching the security interest first. Let's go over here. We just went to the 1099-A. Let's go to 31 USC, 31 CFR, 240.14. Let's go over there. Keep telling you. Now I'm just going to sit here and talk about it. I'm going to show you behind. Okay? 240.14. Let's go down. 240.13. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you where it says in whole or part. Okay? And that lines up with the UCC. Precept upon precept. A guardian appointed in accordance with applicable state law or a fiduciary appointed in accordance with other applicable law may endorse checks issued for the following classes of payments. The right. So you know this is all about a payment. That's another thing. So that's why I said in the beginning, you have to have some type of taxes done or getting done. You didn't even do a 1099-A. So that's the first part of the perfection. So you think I'm lying and you think you can take something out, then you're only messing your own self up. You're going to wind up getting a frivolous filing. And I will not help you get out of it. The right to which under law does not terminate. So you're supposed to sign it. You're supposed to have the assignment deed from me where you'll show that you assigned it over to the trust. You also supposed to have a 236 form where you assigned it over to the trust to go get the money to finish up the taxes. Because it's not just dealing with taking a case from one place to another. Everything is dealing with taxes. Everything is dealing with the lawful money. Everything is dealing with going to the treasury. When it comes down to this. The courts do this too. Don't think they just, get to a case and that's it. No. It's a class of payment right which does not, under law, does not terminate with the death of the paid. Payments for redemption of currencies are for principal. See that? For currencies are for principal and or interest. That's one, currencies. Redemption of it. Because remember, all those obligations of the United States. Redemption of currencies. Are for principal. That's 2, principal. 3 is interest. On U.S. securities. What is the securities? Then semicolon, payments for what? tax refunds, and payments for goods and services. So what good is they doing? Well, we know child support has a service. So when you're dealing with the courts, what are you dealing with? Is it a service? That's why they have the police arrest you, protect, and serve. Serve is a service. Tax refunds is a tax matter, just like Gene Keaton said. Don't think tax refunds is just when you go to H&R Block and get your tax. No, 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 no. Tax refunds lines back up with your 940, your 941, and your 944, as well as your 26 USC 14445. 1445, let me get that right. As it says, the transferee is responsible for taking out the taxes that the transfer the item or the property over to you. Okay? Let me get to the part about the interest. It's a part here where it talks about if they have an interest in it or don't. That might be, let me go. It might be, I think that's 37. It can't be 3727. Can't be 37. Let's see. It might be 3727. Because it says in whole or part. That's what I'm trying to find so you can see it. That's the emergency part. Let's find it. Refund, collect money. Maybe to the party, participate in financing, assignment, just skimming over this. Acknowledge it before an official, nothing you did. You didn't acknowledge nothing before a goddamn official. There's no warrant, there's no guarantee. Okay? The stuff's supposed to have been paid off by the foreign company first, showing that's the reason why they are able to make a claim on it. Right there. It says for authorization to receive payment for any part of the claim. Okay? An interest in the claim. Where's your interest? A transfer or assignment of any part of the claim against the United States government or of an interest in the claim or the authorization to receive payment for any part of the claim. So the purpose of taking it out of their jurisdiction so that way you can take it over and then you be able to go do the taxes and get the refund, the principal or whatever, because it goes down and talk about the principal and all that stuff there. Okay? Interest, financing. Okay? So, and the reason I say finance is because they're saying that they gave you taxes on it. This is why they're able to put a claim on it. You have to show proof of that, which you did it. Okay, so I'm not going to stay too long on that. Just want to give y'all an update and why you do what you're supposed to do that I tell you. Okay? If you want to lean to your own understanding, you're more than welcome to lead this group and go on your own. I keep telling you that. But when someone going to sit here in my face after I told them what to do, and still I say you need to, let's go back over here. Okay, if you look right here, let's go here. All right, so test notes reviewed and meditated on. That's your job. So test notes meditated on again, because I tell y'all to meditate on this stuff, so that way you know how to fight these people. Test graded. So now test graded and you passed. Okay? Now, if you look at one, administration fee paid, forms received, you book your appointment. So that way I can go over your documents. Now, administrative documents graded, test received. So on the appointment date on Tuesday, I go over it. So you book your appointment so I can look over your stuff. Then I approve you to go to the next steps. So I say, okay, now go take the test. Then you go over here, 7-step videos, watch. Now you're doing exactly what I told you to do. Every day you should be doing something. If you're sitting around and you're not working at McDonald's or dang on Kroger's or something or whatever you're supposed to be doing, and you're sitting around the house all day, you can be doing this every day. It tells you right there, appointment booked. Appointment booked. Appointment booked. Appointment booked. Appointment booked. About 5 appointments right there. Not once, probably once in the month you booked an appointment. And let me make this very clear for everybody who gets the $29.99. You only get one VIP. The other appointment dates need to be on Tuesday or Thursday. You get one VIP with your $29.99. And there are people coming in here trying to book just because they booked a barcode and then try to book a VIP. It don't work that way. If you're not a member, if you're not a $29.99 per month member or a university student, you don't get a Tuesday, you don't get a Thursday, and you dang sure don't get no VIP days. And you don't get none of my free days either. Just because you pay for a barcode don't mean, hey, you're going to get one of my days. What that means is when I'm free and I feel it in my spirit to get on it and do it for you, I will. There's no rush. There's no emergency for me because you're not going to become before my $29.99 month members, joiners, and you're not going to come before the university students. So tell me where they do that at. That means in my spare time, if I get some, I can do it for you. You get one VIP per 30 days for the $29.99 per month. And that's within the 30 days after you paid your last one. Because I'm going to go check, and if you ain't paid, that appointment's going to be canceled. I'm just tired of people trying to run game. Listen, I understand things are bad out there, but $29.99 per month is really nothing. It's really nothing. You're not paying $200 like a lot of people are. They pay for the $100 VIP a month so they can get any VIP day. They're paying the $100 monthly dues, and they're paying the $29.99. You're paying $229 a month, and that's still good. Cheaper than the other groups. Okay? Well, many other groups. You're getting a Friday night's class where you can ask whatever questions you need to ask. You're getting so much just for that $29.99. And some of y'all ain't even paying it and then trying to just weasel your way in on the appointments. That's plenty that came in. That was one queen was riding for 2 months. Didn't pay her dues. And no, she ain't paid. And then when PayPal finally went in there and grabbed the $59 and some change, she comes and says, oh, why did you take this? Because you've been in the group for 2 months and you ain't paid nothing. You owe me that. You got all this knowledge, all these classes, and then yet you acting like you don't owe? I'm just tired of people being damn cheap. Because hey, if I had $29.99 a month and I can get in the class every Friday and get the tax classes for free, the W-2 classes, all these classes for just the $29.99 a month, man, what is that? Let me tell you what that is a day. Man. That is literally $1. $1 and fractions of a penny per day. Per day. Per goddamn day. Make sure I did that right. It's actually 99 cents. Close to $1. If you round it up. I did it backwards. So $1 a day, you can't afford that. But you'll go to McDonald's and give them $15 to $20. And that food is in your body, causing all kinds of disasters. It's ruining your body, making it worse. So when you get older, you're going to have all this surgery. You might catch cancer, all this stuff here. It's crazy. But here it is. You're getting something for 30 days knowledge that'll free your bloodline and you. I don't get it. What you're doing and saying is, I don't believe in you. You owe me, King. It's kind of like you saying, I slaved your mama and your daddy and your granddaddy and your grandpappy. I didn't do this to you. I didn't do this at all. But y'all treat me like I done something wrong to y'all. I'm sitting here stressing. Crazy. Been going on fast for 2 years for y'all. 2 years now. Or probably longer. Or longer. Eating once a day. Sometimes don't eat at all per day. Because I'm fasting all the time. So that way I can remain strong for y'all. And now, since I ain't coming off of my fast and trying to get back into the 3-day eating per day thing, I got all my senses to clearly see what each one of y'all doing. I can see that even while I was fasting. But now, I'm at the point now where I know what to do about each one of you. Okay? Let me hurry up and get off here because I told that king call me in an hour. So, her and her boyfriend or fiance is out of school. Based on the things he did and based on the things she did. It's like pushing me to the side. You're spending this money every month. Use it. Use it the way it's supposed to be used. Don't go thinking, oh, God, just pick up the phone and call you. No, I'm not tolerating that. Keep asking for this, asking for that, because you're all over the place. You just want to hit and grab. Let me tell you, this is not a stop and go. This is not a stop and go. Pick and pull. Pick and pull what you want. And do what you want to do with it because you want to build your own dang engine. And like I said, a lot more terminations are coming. I got my eyes on 3 to 4 people right now. So if you think you're smart, you're not smarter than me. I do some great investigative research. Okay. All right. Again, monthly dues are due right now. If you're doing the VIP, remember I told y'all this month here, I opened up the mornings. So 9 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. is open except my lunchtime. And you can book your appointments on the VIP days for VIPs. Okay. For the Tuesdays and Thursdays, I even opened up the mornings for those. So more people can fit in and get these things done because I know sometimes people go to work in the afternoon, they can't book. So here go the mornings. I opened up numerous hours. I think it's 64 slots for this month extra for the Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I want to say it was 30-some slots for the VIPs. Okay, if I can recall it. All right. So, gave y'all that example right there. Let me go back. Because I want to get to the, I think it's over here. Administrative process. Clear as day, it tell you right here how this thing goes after you tender to 135. Took one queen 30 goddamn days. Don't take no damn 30 days. Nowhere in here do I say email me the goddamn paperwork. You book an appointment on the website. If you don't know how to book on the website, you need to ask somebody in the meetings. That's why we have the meetings. Sitting there talking about everything under the sun except your own stuff is going to leave you in limbo. Hold on one sec. Hello. What? Huh? Stevian. All right. Yeah, because it's been raining. Yeah. All right. All right. It's my sister. All right. Because I referred her to somebody. So, but anyway, your interview must be done first. Okay. You're not allowed to take the test or do anything else. It tells you right there. So the person sitting here asking me for everything under the dang sun except what they're supposed to have been doing. I mean, this thing is step by step. Phone interview. It says book your appointment here. Do it say anything about emailing? No. That's a typo right there. Got to fix that. Book any day except Tuesday, which is barcode request, and Thursdays are student day document review days, uploads only. Okay? But I allow y'all to go ahead and do Tuesday according to this video. Okay? So it's talking about VIP. Okay, so you can't book VIP on those days. All right? I was telling you, everything step by step. Telling you where to go. Let's go there. Some people gonna be like, it's always an excuse, man, I tell you. All right? So I'm gonna show you again. Scroll down slowly. If you go down, yeah, it got the appointment days right there. Okay, you can book a Tuesday right there. So what's the excuse? Matter of fact, let me click on it. It says show all. Look, they got all the days right here. If you need anything extra 10 minutes, you can do that right there. See? Because you only get 15 minutes. Look at this. Look at all these days. You got Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday. And don't look like the morning slot is open. But you got it going all the freaking way down to about 6 o'clock. All these goddamn slots. I need to go edit it up so that way the morning show as well. So there's no excuse. You don't got to be your VIP, but if you want the VIP, if you're paying an extra $40, that's you. Now, if you're doing Thursday, you have no choice. You have to book. You got to pay that $10. $10 fee. All right. So now when you go over here, this is the one you choose. And when you hit the book, it's going to open up the calendar. Look at that. Now over here, if you look, there's a sliding box that was over here. But regardless of what, you still got some days here. You got Wednesday. It's supposed to be in a, depends on if you're on your phone or not. Might have shrink the screen down, but it's supposed to be an arrow. To scroll down on the side. Sometimes it'll be an arrow over here. I don't know why it's not showing this time. You don't want the $100, but if you do want to do the $100 a month, you can. That means you choose Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. If for emergencies, Saturday and Sunday only, but you got to let me know through a text message that you need that and what it's for. It ain't going to be no regular grading and all that stuff. I'm not doing that. Not doing that at all. If it's something like a life or death situation, eviction situation, stuff like that, that's my weekends. That's what my weekends are for if you need the help. Okay? But again, there's no excuse. You book the appointment. Upon the appointment, let me go here. Let's go Tuesday. Let me go to the 2 o'clock slot. Okay? You look right here. it tells you to upload your file. Show your proof. If there's no barcode question, be a barcode question if you're doing a test, anything like that. You can still upload what you want me to review on these. Okay. You got too many slots. Well, that's 1, 2. I know on Thursday you have a couple more slots. Okay. But yeah, you click on that. See, and it'll open this up. So you would easily just go in here and click on what it is. You find what folder it's in that you want me to look at. And you just hit open. And it'll upload it. So while y'all sitting around playing games, I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. That lets me know you're just doing the stuff to get under my skin. And you're the type that I'm gonna kick out of this group. I don't want to deal with you. I'm getting my God. I can't even describe the word. Fed up with the fucker. Because I know that's what you're doing. No one in this group is slow. If that's the case, I'm just go to the SLD at all the colleges, all the high schools, and pull them out and teach them this SBC stuff. And you're going to have some SBC retards out there doing this stuff before y'all, but y'all going to look like the retards because they're the ones that are going to be free. It's sad. It's real sad. I take the time out of my day, my schedule, from doing things for y'all, and then y'all play these games. Enough of the games, and I told you I wasn't going to be playing no more. So don't let you be the next person to get cut out of it. So now, with that being said, let's get into this Nolan Wells thing. All right? But before we get into that, let me go over to this exemplification thing again. So y'all, I can break this down to what this is and how it works. Because some of you, a few who had it didn't even know you had it. Those who went to get a name change will wind up having, and you can do that on your name too. You can do an exemplification on your name. You can do the exemplification on your birth certificate, as long as you have your 1099-A, as long as you have your 1099-A approval letter from the IRS. That 1099 online sends you through email. Those are mandatory things so they know that this is a tax thing. I keep telling y'all this. It's acquired by your trust. Your trust is the creditor, and the vital statistics and the state is the borrower. They borrowed your name since birth. They've been using your name to make money off of. Once you do that, then that name is out of their jurisdiction. Once you do that, along with your authentication, because that actually acts as an example authentication, just to let y'all know, you don't have to go through the state and the county, all this stuff to goddamn get an authentication. The exemplification is the authentication. And there's so many geniuses out there that didn't even know this. Now, the Morris brother told me clearly that this other guy knew about this stuff. He got me on the phone with, but he didn't even know it. He didn't even know it. Didn't even know how to work it. Neither one. So it don't take me but a second to realize what something is. Then I realized someone had it already. Because what happens when you do the name change, that old name is no longer under their jurisdiction. The new name definitely ain't. That's why they have to do an exemplification on your name when you change your name. That's why if they ever give you a ticket and you know you change your name in the court system, they go after the old name and not the new name, and then you be an idiot and walk up in the courtroom saying you're the all caps name when you're not. You're supposed to dispute that, reject that, appeal that, and say, no, that's an old name. And that's when you write the Treasury and do the DLT letter. Go watch my video on YouTube called Do a Dispute Letter by King Stevian. Do that letter, send it to the Treasury with a copy of the paperwork showing that they don't have jurisdiction to use that name. because you have an exemplification. Now, your birth certificate is authenticated for the foreign country, meaning that name is in the other country now. They have no jurisdiction. That's why I tell everybody who's on child support to do this, and this is how you do it. But some people just want to take it halfway without having the claim or the assignment, the 236 form, assigning it back to the trust, so that way the trust has custody of that. Right? So, in-law exemplification is an official, watch this, double certified copy, because that's by two people, of a public record that's done by the, before even reading it, it goes on by the clerk of the court, which is the comptroller, and a judge. The judge signs off on the comptroller, because he has to have a witness to vouch for him. Okay? That's why when you get a authentication by the state, you have the notary that signs off, and then the state signs off on it. 1, 2. So when we do ours, we have two witnesses on our private document. So that's a authentication as well in the private. And then after that, we put the notary. So that way, then we get authenticated by the state. So we have one already done in the private and one done in the public. Hope y'all get that. It is signed and sealed by the records custodian. There you go, custodian. Not a minor, custodian. Because they have custody of the account. They have to release it. See? And I pray and hope that woman didn't go put no damn deed poll in there. That'd be triple violation. And then I'm going to have to come after you for the 100 million. More than 100 million. Such as a court's clerk, and further attested by a judge. And this is the way to prove it is true. But what is true? She went in there and put the child support cases in there. But only thing you're saying in that is the name is no longer under the United States jurisdiction. You got an assumed name. See, I don't know what she said. She didn't want to tell me everything. You're supposed to have a claim on the cases. Supposed to do each case individually. But if you was going to do all of them, you should have did Schedule A. Show y'all what a Schedule A is. Schedule A comes with a barcode. Well, Schedule A. Schedule A. If you want from 2024, I want the bank one. That's Schedule A for 2026. We're just going to pull up the old one. Pull up the old one. Okay, so you see you got the 12-digit barcode, which is UPC, that's for the domestic, and then a 13-digit for the foreign, right? So if I got 10 child support cases, I'm going to have to put asset type, who did I take it from? The amount, the value of the goddamn case. How are you going to do taxes on it if you don't even have the amounts? This is the amount for the whole 18 years, not for what you owe, not for what you paid. This is for the value of the case. Let me tell you why. Let me show you. Let me show you why. I'm not just going to see. I keep telling you, I'm not just going to talk it. I'm going to walk your ass right through it so you can clearly see it. 1099A. Precept upon precept. Keep telling you this. Why? Because right there, it got fair market value of property. What's the property? It's the case. The case ain't nothing but a tax. So you're putting it in your jurisdiction. if you have one. If you have a fins and gens number, then that would line right up with it. Because it's jurisdiction. Tax jurisdiction. Double certified copy of a public record or court document. It is signed and sealed by the record's custodian, such as a clerk, county, we're supposed to be county clerk, but court clerk, and further tested by a judge to prove it is true, a genuine copy. So what was your genuine copy? Okay, and people asking this dumbass question, could we give them a copy? No! You want the original in it. Make sure you have your own original. Double certification, okay? Official seal. Evidentiary value accepted in other courts, states, or foreign countries as reliable proof of the original record. Common uses. Let's get into that. Enforcing judgments. Proving an out-of-state court judgment. So it can be enforced locally by your own government. You're in Kenya? Well, what's the proof? Did you acquire it with the 1099A? Let's go over here. Right here is the 9-8 information. Whoever you're going against, name is right here, and it ain't no goddamn court. It's the goddamn child support agency. And like I told you, you don't check last tax filing on every last one of your goddamn files. You will get a frivolous file. You're going to get on and do that once. That's why I tell y'all you need to choose which goddamn case or which damn bill you're going to do as your last tax filing. Can't keep filing over and over and over again with the social. And anyway, this is the 980. Don't have a last tax file. But the child support agency name and their address goes down here. The case numbers would go here and here in the description box. You have to put them all in here. And if they don't fit, that means you're going to have to do more than one 1099A. Then if you put 2 cases here and 2 cases there, you need to add up the 2 cases and make that principal right there. Then in the fair market value box, we multiply that amount in box 2 times 200, and that's your fair market value of the case. If you're using 600, then you multiply it times 600. And it goes there in 4. And yes, they're liable because they owe you your lawful money. But did she show me any of this? Hell no, she ain't show me. Because she ass didn't do it. She half-assed it. So, enforcing judgment, proving an out-of-state court judgment so it can be enforced locally, meaning in your own jurisdiction. I told y'all this is dealing with jurisdiction. Some of your asses don't want to believe a word I goddamn say. This right here debunked anybody who thought that I was lying. I didn't give you the proof. I gave you the proof. I told you from 26 USC 1445 what this shit is. This is dealing with being foreign. So why would you even go get an exemplified document? Done. Because it's dealing with domestic versus fucking foreign. And these people out here talking about, oh, I'm not foreign. All right, stay domestic, and your case will always stay there. And what happens when it goes to your own jurisdiction? You do the taxes and you deal with the treasury, and you get your money back. Your foreign what? Lawful money. International proceedings, using vital records or court decrees abroad, often combined with an apostille. Okay? Same thing. But when you go to the courts and you do it, now that person's out of that jurisdiction. And what do you do next? You send it to the agency or the credit card company, whatever. Oh, this person ain't here no more. You just sent the dead away. Now, do y'all see I was telling y'all the truth about the apostille and the authentication, and none of these boogers out here, these fake gurus, knew anything about this stuff? They're only learning because I'm talking about it, and then y'all running back telling them. And then they're coming up acting like they knew it already, like they were some kind of genius. It took me to come on the scene to teach people about this stuff. Oh, so they've always been talking about the internet. No, but they ain't put it together. It's state administration. That's what the goddamn courts is. They're administrators of your estates. Now, let's get into it. Authenticating a will or probate record across different jurisdictions. See? So now, if the courts took over your mother's estate and they're administrating, you can take that out of their jurisdiction with the death certificate. Birth certificate, death certificate, you can exemplify it, do a claim on it, do a 1099-A, do your Form 56, do your estate number with the IRS online, do all that, file it into the court case with your certificated deed, showing that the 9-8 is over that estate, okay? Or you, the king or queen, and boom, it's done. It's done. Now they have to pull it out of court. The state and you turn that into the state, you turn that into the banks that they had an account with, turn it into the court administrator for it to be exemplified. After you get it exemplified, you turn it, they already know right then and now once they exemplified anyway. I don't even know why I'm saying that, but turn it into everybody involved, vital statistics, all of them. It's done. They have no jurisdiction. Turn it into the IRS. The IRS have to go after the 9-8 to get any money. And then what you do is you settle that debt, whatever taxes was on that estate, with the assets that I gave you. Gonna show you other things besides this show talking about child support. Same thing with child support. Okay? But that's it, man. That's it. Let's see where they got their stuff from. 6 sites. You go there. Told y'all before. Go to the law dictionary. WA.gov. LSD.law. New York courts. You know it works in New York. U.S. legal form. And Notary 911. Okay? So none of y'all better not come to me asking me what is an exemplification, what is the process. You have to have that certificated deed from me, along with that barcode. You get 2 barcodes when you take over a case. Okay? Some of them just being lazy. They're trying to cut corners. And I already know she's going to try to go, I'm going to just send it to the people without what he said. Now, how you going to do the taxes on it? He ain't going to get no money back. I just want it to be get rid of. If that's the type of time you own, I just want to get rid of it. Now the bond's going to remain on your ass. And you might say, how does that affect me? It affects your money. The money when it's time to go get something from the treasury and pay for by the treasury, they're going to say you don't got enough money in there. Like they did me. They say you need to charge back up your account. So don't say it don't run out. They talking about it's unlimited. That's a lie. That's a lie. The treasury wouldn't have wrote me and said that if it was unlimited. That's the stuff I said. Y'all keep going by what all these people online keep saying. I looked at the Barrington check on the video. Matter of fact, let me go look at the video. That's some Jay-Z stuff. Let me let's go here. We're gonna get into the Tatum stuff and the Nolan Wells in a minute. We go to proof the lawful money process works. Type in King Stevian. That's what you do. And there I go right there. See? So when you go down and watch this video and you look at the check, and it got a lot of stuff blacked out, okay? I wanted to show you. Anytime you get a check, you look at the number up there. That's $500 million. Okay, you know it starts off with all nines. Okay, but this is the balance on the account up here. So if it was unlimited, it wouldn't have that number. Let me get out of here. All right. So that's that on that. I'm not going to keep going on and on. So let's get into this about Nolan Wells. Y'all watched the last video that I did. I was showing y'all about the recording. I did one here to show you what was being said. Okay. And it clearly, it's very clear what was being said and that the boy was on the boat. I don't care about nothing else. The audio proves that he was on the boat. It don't matter how they say, they think or presume or assume that he was washed ashore. He was on that boat. And the guy they said, Bart, where they said the dude Bart is suing people for saying certain things, but the girl called Bart's name on the boat. Okay, so you go figure. But I can say YouTube been doing a good job at tearing this thing apart. And like Willie D had said, anybody who's doing anything towards this case, he salute. And I don't really want to get involved with it too much at all, because there's so much stuff going on. You know, I got my own worries, but I will come in, stick my head in and out every now and then to show certain things. Let me unmute this. What is this? Okay, so mute. All right, so I took it from the beginning, and I went over here and I slowed it down. And that's one of the ones I need to really go in and dissect some more to see what was being said. But one, they did say, is he dead? That was clear. No, he said he's freaking dead. That's where he was breathing. The one guy was on the phone with the dispatch operator.
How far is the word coming up, sir? How far is the word coming up? How far is the word coming up, sir?
Said, wait the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Okay. That's without removing. Now, what I did here, tell you what I did right here, that's different from everybody else. I brung the vocals of what was said in the background to the front, so that way it'll be balanced before I split them. So that way you'll be able to hear it clear. But someone already did it, and they got it without the dispatcher. So they did a good job, so I really might not have to do anything. I don't think I'm going to go further and do anything else to it. Yep, he's freaking dead. Oh, he's freaking dead. So, yeah, said it right there. And then they called his name in the back. So, you know. Bunch of So I'm going to leave it right there. So I started doing my own. But you got a lot of people out there doing things, and Crumpton hired his own team of audio experts, audio engineers to break that thing down. Now, what Poetic was saying here was that same thing I said. Me and Poetic be on point about a lot of stuff. Everything I say that I found out, he found out. So he's led by the same spirit. I can clearly tell that. That Haitian brother right there. So the medical team or examiner team, the state contacted Crump and said, "Oh, we're gonna meet with you or whatever, talk with you about this. Why you just ain't give him the answer over the phone?" Okay, so regardless of what, that still sounds a foul play. You still got to answer, even if they say he was drowned, which he wasn't, because he was on the freaking boat based on the audio. So everybody keep talking about he was drowned. So you telling me they're going to choke him out, drown him on the boat, stick his head under the water, and then it could have been planned. They could have been planning, and he wound up dying, but nobody's back of the head going to be like that. That's not from someone's hands. Someone's hands holding him down. We have handprints on the back of his neck, and they have DNA on it as well, back of his head. So that's something they should have checked for, is DNA. But they said the DNA would have washed away. I don't believe that. Because if he was floating, his head was face down, then that DNA of their hands and stuff still be on it. Okay? So that's what they should have checked. But the media, it's talking about they're going to expose it to the public before they do the Nolan Wells family, which lets you know the state is guilty. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why. All right? Now, we know how the birth certificate works. They never told us that they took out a loan on that birth certificate. Never told you that was a debt. So you're going to trust these same people. The state has had a Supreme Court case, and you need to look it up, when it was dealing with child support. I think it was Supreme Court. It had to be Supreme Court, where they said out of their mouth that the states, get it right, the state, pretty much they said the state is for their own. They come first. Okay? It's not about the parent, as you can clearly see here. This is with child support. This is with the birth certificate. They use the birth certificate to go get money. Get a loan against your birth certificate, $1 billion to $3 billion. This has been proven. Trucker went and got one for $5,000. Had a certified the specialist go and get one for him for $5,000. Came back with all the answers, and he picked up the phone and called me. Okay? Everything. Found out about the master file birth certificate. We never knew anything about that. No one ever knew anything about that. And it's not the same. It's not the same as a what are those fish prints or whatever. It's not the same. It's the master. Okay, and if the master's pulled out as that accountant said, certified public accountant said, then they'll look at you as some kind of terrorist, or you're a foreigner on the land. They won't, because that means you go back non pro chunk to an Indian. So that was just a scare. So let's get into this. See what he said.
But in LA, when it comes to Celeste, right, like the David and Celeste situation, the medical examiner and LAPD was literally in a fight for transparency. PD told the medical examiner, hey, stop releasing information. The medical examiner says, no, we are an independent entity.
Now, he's talking about a case where the medical examiner could have released the information before they gave it to the state. That's what he's talking about. So,
and on the observations of the state medical examiner, who would have gotten Nolan's body immediately once they recovered it.
And also, too, right, because even, like he said, like he can't really see it because, again, the body has already been like dissected, so he can't really see was it filled up with water or not.
And that's the thing they're doing, is to hold this off as long as possible so they can protect their own, Mississippi's going to protect all their states. I mean, all their cities. This is what they're going to do. They don't want the judge going down because the DA is working. They're going to protect their own. Okay? This is crazy.
But here's what I would say regarding this, right? In LA,
Let's go back here.
yo, the family. Why don't the family know this? DA Christine called, wait, the DA called Christine, she didn't pick up? Cool, call them back. Now they know. Okay, call them and give them the results, right? Yo, the grand jury thing, by the way, like them not wanting to, then tell the parents, hey, listen, hey, can y'all not release the information? Give it to the parents and then tell them, hey, don't release it.
So the parents and Ben Crump them is nothing. That's what they're saying. Just look at it. They're not important. Their investigation is nothing. Okay? So now what they're doing is when y'all look at it, and no one has said this, it really puts a discriminative, racist, racial discrimination case against the state of Mississippi and those involved. Because if you're hiding and trying to protect the white people, okay, that's involved in this case, then what that is saying is, hey, it's dealing with race. Why are you protecting them? All of them are white. Okay? So, TMZ. Let me see if I pull that up over here. Let me get out of this one. Now, I haven't listened to this one yet, but I do know that I listened to the black guy on TMZ, and normally it'd be the white guy that's talking, and for some reason now they putting the white guy in there, but normally, let me try to find it. Let's try to find, yeah, him. No, he's normally with the black guy, but in this one TMZ episode, in this other TMZ episode, the family had to hire TMZ to speak against this information that was found. Same thing with the guy, the Tatum guy, Officer Tatum. They call him Batum Tatum. The family reached out to these black people who will go against their own race instead of going to get an interview with somebody like Willie D, Tisla Tales, okay, or Nancy Grace. He's claiming that they reached out to Crump. Crump don't want to talk to them. Crump is investigating y'all. So Crump played a good chess move, which I don't know if anybody noticed this, by ignoring them. So that way they can expose themselves. And they done a great job of it. Let's see it.
Real investigation behind it.
Agreed. But now let's talk about that picture that you showed up of the boat. We got that picture from Officer Tatum, former Officer Tatum. How do we know when that picture was?
Exactly. So they're trying to say, oh, I got pictures. So they gave it to TMZ saying, oh, they was on the boat. This is after they left Nolan. This was the ride. This could have been in the morning. Now, let me tell y'all this. I'm going to give y'all this. Matter of fact, where is it? Let me go here. Dane Calloway. Man, y'all sleeping on the stuff Dane Calloway is pulling up about this case. Let's go here. Dane Calloway, Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells case. Man, Dane Calloway stripped this thing down. He did the audio like me because he's a professional person, been in it for years. They said the foul play can't be ruled out. That's what it says. Now, one reason why they revealed this emergency call, and I think it could have been the state that did it, because they know once that's revealed, then what'll wind up happening is they'll have to throw it out of court. But they said the foul play can't be ruled out. Well, of course, foul play can't be ruled out of suspicion of, the boys. But I'm thinking, depends on what state the state says about it, because certain states will rule that out. You can't reveal that type of information if an investigation is going. So the dispatcher, them who released it, shouldn't have did that, because now they can't hold that in the case. If that's the case, and the state says, "Oh, he was drowned," and then, or he drowned by accident, but somebody would have to see him falling out of a boat by accident, and that means somebody still would have got caught. So either way it goes, that was foul play. No way you cut it. All right, so go look at all Dane Calloway stuff. Just look at all of it, because he broke it down. He did something with the boat. I mean, Dane Calloway, I will go watch Dane Calloway's. Start with this one. Okay. I mean, he broke the timing down of when they got on the boat. Okay. Dan Calloway did an amazing job.
I started my podcast with zero.
Okay. So I wanted to throw that in there. Where are we? Talked about the autopsy. TMZ lied. They're hired just like Officer Tatum. And he's around here, pretty much slurring their name. He's around here. He said out his own mouth, this Officer Tatum, that he hate black people. He said black folks are the most ignorant people. That's what came out of his mouth. Hopefully YouTube then took that video down. See it.
Noticed he was missing, and when they got back to their friend's house and called his mother, the Coast Guard, and the sheriffs, Warren is very responsible and always is keeping up with everyone else. What number am I on? Everyone else. Hold up. He was not on the boat. Again, please stop hurting us. My son is beside himself. I've never seen him like this before. That's weird. My son is beside himself. I've never seen him like this before. I don't know about that one, because throughout this interview that he did with Officer Ruckus, he's calm. I'm talking about we don't see no emotion.
Yep, that's the same thing the psychotherapist said when he was interviewed by Willie D. It was Elliot, Willie D, and Elliot, I think it's Conway. I'm gonna say Conway. Connie. I have to watch that. I think it's Elliot Connie. Elliot Connie? Oh, yeah. There, go right there. Yeah, that one right there. Go watch this one. Psychotherapist analyzed Nolan Wells' friend's alibi. What he notices is chilling.
Therapist for almost 20 years. I've worked with literally thousands of people that are struggling with grief and loss issues. And while it's true, every human being processes loss and every human being does grief differently, it is also true that there are some pretty commonality things. The car. They say these things because I know people think he's hiding, and I would bet I would bet a lot of money that he's hiding something. He knows something that he's been coached not to say. Maybe there was an accidental.
And Dan Calloway looked at your boy's arm, and he had one of those Apple smartwatches on, and then we never seen the other side of his face. So someone was in his ear telling him what to say. And even the psychotherapist said someone told him to say that, as this man been doing psychotherapy for 20 years. Okay? Now, the Officer Tatum, as they say, got smoked by Nancy Grace. Everybody, internet eating it alive. Because that's what happened. And D.L. Hughley smoked him. They caught him in a lie. I want y'all to pay attention to this.
Officer Tatum, are you telling me that they had reception on Horn?
Now, this man, when he's talking about black folks, he's going in on black folks. He's being very racist and discriminative against black folks. But when he came in front of his white woman, he was like, yes, master. Yes, master. That's the way he is. Look how his face is. Go look at any interview when he's with black folks. He looked mean, like he hate them. And then come to find out D.L. Hughley released the fact that he's dating a white woman. Okay? But just because you dating a white woman don't mean you hate black folks. That's crazy.
Island, because many people are saying, well, the reason that there's nothing on Nolan's phone of that day, like there's no pictures, there's no snaps, there's no text.
Deer in headlights. Look at the expression on his face when he could tell when she very first started to respond that his ass was grass. He knew it. He knew it.
There's no anything, not because it was deleted, but because he didn't have reception. But you're telling me the other boys did have snaps, photos, videos, and reception? Officer Tatum, are you telling me that they...
Yeah, see? I mean, everybody's eating them alive. Everybody. Eating this behind alive. I haven't even subscribed to the Tatum channel. I mean, after seeing how he goes against copper tone people, and
we have got to the point where literally,
based on him going after the family who's in a time of grieving, should I get involved to stop this dude from doing what he's doing, discriminating against blacks? Because once I get on him, there's gonna be curtains for him. So let's see what Willie D say on this one.
On Officer Tatum last night. Here you go.
Going out and doing this was to find out what happened to Nolan Wells. And in talking to these young men, the burden of proof is they're going to have to prove to me. I'm not going to listen to what they say out of their mouth. They're going to have to show me. And in many cases, they showed me videos of Nolan on the island. They showed me videos of the boat when they were getting towed out, which...
Okay, showed you videos of Nolan on the island, but nobody else have seen this. Only a black coon, that they said coon, seen it. But it ain't out on social media. We haven't seen it. Have you turned it into the prosecutor? Have you turned it into the police? Have you turned it into the attorney of the Wells family? No.
Which is consistent with, you know, kind of similar to what the phone call was. I mean, they showed me pictures of them with Nolan. They showed me phone records.
Oh, did you just catch that? He said similar to the phone call. So right there, I don't think nobody caught this. So what he's saying is that Nolan Wells was on the goddamn boat. He just said it. Let me rewind it back. Right here.
Videos of Nolan on the island. They showed
Okay, videos of Nolan on the island. Let's go.
me videos of the boat when they were getting towed out.
Okay. Videos of the boat when they were being towed out. That's two.
Which is consistent with, you know, kind of similar to what the phone call was.
Did you catch that? Similar to what the phone call is. So Nolan was on there when y'all had the tow. Rewind that back.
Burden of proof is they're going to have to prove to me. I'm not going to listen to what they say out of their mouth. They're going to have to show me. And in many cases, they showed me videos of Nolan on the island. They showed me videos of the boat when they were getting towed out, which is consistent with, you know, kind of similar to what the phone call was.
So was Nolan on the boat when they was towed out? Because the 911 call, y'all calling Nolan's name plenty times and then asking, is he dead? So who is dead? They talking about it was the battery. It wasn't no dang battery. And all of a sudden they saying that the granddad named the boat Nolan. Get the hell out of here. You name your boat after a black boy when the damn boat is white? Come on now.
I mean, they showed me pictures of them with Nolan. They showed me phone records of them calling Nolan's mom. And
phone record you calling his mom. Yeah.
And all of the above. So they seemed very consistent. They seemed very genuine. And they also proved to me some of the things that they had told me in the interview that I had.
Told you, but didn't tell nobody else. Why you didn't pick up the phone and call the attorney?
With them that I have uploaded on.
Keep in mind, y'all, the tips line was rerouted to the judge who is the mother of Warren, who they said got something to do with it, who claimed he's the best friend of Nolan, but the psychotherapist said that that is no friend. Because a friend don't have no emotion. You didn't show up for the funeral. Ain't no reason why you didn't show up for the funeral. I don't give a care what nobody think. If you're my best friend, I'm going to be there. In the last video that they didn't let me release because they in my computer, one, I had a friend when I was in middle school, elementary school, who passed from a bike accident. Okay? Now, he is always being thought of because every time I ride down the street where the accident happened, I think of him. And it touches me. Always. I could be going to get some pizza, still gonna touch me. Now, to prove that he was my best friend, he is named, my son is named after him. Okay? His brother is the godfather of my daughters. Okay? And his kidney, one of his kidneys is in one of my DJ partners' body. Okay? I mean, that don't have nothing to do with me right there, but I'm just saying I became friends with that DJ because of that. Okay? And that was his brother as well. All right? Not the other brother who's the god brother, but the other brother. Yeah, another brother. But also, my son is also named after my father. Okay? They both have that same name. Okay? But you're going to have some relevance to someone being your best friend after they pass, is my point. You're going to have some emotion. That guy had no emotion when you do that interview with. He did an interview with Tatum. Just type in the Officer Tatum and Warren interview. That's all you got to do. It'll come up on YouTube.
On my YouTube channel.
Officer Tatum.
Watch this.
Are you telling me that they had reception on?
So this is what's funny. They said that Nolan left his phone behind in the car, as everybody did. But all of a sudden, when they had to call because the boat was sinking, claimed the boat was sinking, they had a damn phone. Why did Nolan leave his phone behind, but y'all didn't? See, that's the question right there. Based on suspicion, all of them should be arrested. Because why did Nolan take it? I don't know why he didn't take it. Get the hell out of here. And Nolan's mother, clear as they said, that Nolan is a photogenic person like I am. My tribe knows I always take pictures of everything. Especially if I'm going somewhere with water in. I always, y'all can see that on my videos. Take pictures when I'm in the garden. Okay? When something happened with my SBC process, I'm always telling. So you know if anything happened to me, you know these people are alive. See, this is why there's a trail as well. Because, okay, somebody come bothering me. Okay, well, let's see all who we serve 1099s on. Cease and desist on. See? Track record. Finna listen to this.
On Horn Island?
Now, there's a video I'm going to end this with that I want y'all to laugh at. I'm going to play it all the way through. But I'm gonna play it. Let me see. Nancy Grace Bob Joe. I forgot the name of the video. But old boy did a comedy. There was a dude did a comedy. I can't remember that damn video. I wish I found it. Good. He did a good job. This one comedian, there you go right there. He did a different one. Cause this ain't the video. But he did one. I'm gonna play this one too because I haven't heard this one. But he did another one. Let me find it. A Realist Nation. I haven't heard this one. Let's go. Let's go. Just did that a couple of days ago. Let me find it. Yeah, there you go right there. Calling Nancy Grace about Nolan's case. There you go right there. So I'm gonna play that one in a minute. But let me get back to Willie D. Y'all can see that. I'm gonna end the video with that one, that joke. So
Because many people are saying, well, the reason that there's nothing on Nolan's phone of that day, like there's no pictures, there's no snaps, there's no text.
Deer in headlights. Look at the expression on his face when he could tell when she very first started to respond that his ass was grass. He knew it. He knew it.
There's no anything, not because it was deleted, but because he didn't have reception. But you're telling me the other boys did have snaps, photos, videos, and
remember the mama said Nolan was the type of person to always have snaps. And what's funny about it is that he had snaps the day before he left and the mother saw them, but then all of a sudden they erased. Why is that?
Reception?
Yeah, no, Nancy, let me clarify this for you. It wasn't that they uploaded this online. They showed me videos and things that they took from the boat during the outing on 4th of July. I was personally out at Horn Island. I rode out there on a boat, and I didn't have great reception there. And
so you are so safe with white people that after a murder, you're gonna go to this city because he think he white, right? And just go out there by yourself with your camera person and investigate. Make sense of that. Make sense of that. Would he go in the hood? No, because he said in the video, he said it out his mouth now. He hate blacks. Blacks are the most ignorant people ever. That's what he said. And YouTube should have banned his channel based off of that alone.
And I left my phone in the boat when I got into the water and we were actually going out to do interviews.
Hey, look at Nancy. Nancy was like a duck. Burp, burp, like a dog. Burp, 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 burp.
Objection. Objection. You've been in court long enough to know you're gonna get objections.
Look how she did them out. You're gonna get, like she was drilling, like she was gonna come in there with a sword. You gotta get this.
You said you didn't have great reception, but you did have reception, did you not?
No, there was reception there. It just wasn't great, and it wasn't great enough for.
Listen, I done been on cruise ships. I done been in country towns. And even if you got the smallest bit of signal, see, they had enough signal to call those people, the emergency dispatchers. They would have had enough to Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, tweet with Twitter, X. Okay. So the caught on that one too.
People, in my opinion, to upload. You can make a phone call potentially, but you wasn't gonna upload.
How do you know? That's a lie. Because they made a 911 call. I mean, an emergency dispatch call, but you're telling me you can upload? Get the hell out of here, man. You don't know how communications work. I can have one bar and still upload to Facebook.
Data to a social media account. Now, could people take the steps to do it if they're dedicated enough? Yes, but it doesn't appear that
Okay, so you tell me they weren't dedicated and they were stranded out there? Get the hell out of here, man. You sound like an man.
would have been a frequent thing, given the fact that you probably had 1 or 2 bars out there. And
2 bars is enough.
I heard evidence of that. Not only did I see evidence,
I can take 2 rap bars and dismantle you right now, Officer Brandon Tatum.
of it when I went out there myself personally with my cell phone. When I listened to,
And that dude made a good thing about Brandon Orlando Tatum. They called him a bot. The initials B-O-T, a bot. That was crazy.
to the CETO
And your boy drilled him too. I forgot his name. Roland. Drilled it.
call, you could tell that the call dropped out several times. It seemed like they were having
It didn't seem to me it dropped out. It seemed like he was covering his hand over.
trouble at times hearing each other. So it is consistent. And anybody that travel out there that have gone to the 4th of July celebration, they know that the reception is not very great. So the videos that they showed me in call logs were things that were not associated to social media, that they never posted on social media. It was
okay, well, why not post them now then? Why not post them now? So spoiled, my God.
Pictures and videos that they took on their phone.
That's like me when I go to the beach. I don't post right then because I want to do some editing, and I want to do my intro and exiting of the video with the 100 Kings, 100 Queens pick. I edit it, then I put it up. And they still ain't put it up yet. So why are you holding? See, that's another thing. What are you holding?
Let me refine my question. I take it from your last answer that the answer is yes, you had reception on Horn Island.
Yes, I did have reception on Horn Island.
Case closed. Right there. So why would Nolan, the question is, why would Nolan leave his phone behind if there was reception? And he said, listen, they already said, the Warren guy said it clear as day, that they've been with Nolan at this place numerous times. So that means Nolan would have known to take his damn phone. There's no reason for him not taking it if he would have had reception.
We just played that CETO call. It's 2 words, SEATOW, and it's kind of insurance that people have that are boat goers. And if you have a problem, CETO will come and tow you back to the mainland. They said they had a problem. They said they were taking on water. One of your takes is that all the chatter that we're hearing, wake up, Nolan, are you dead, Nolan, wake the F up, Nolan.
Now, you already played that for y'all, that part where it says, he's freaking dead. Matter of fact, let's go back there right now. Let's go back right there right now. Let's go back. He's freaking dead. Oh, he's freaking dead. Okay, there you go. Slowed it down for you. Let's get back.
Could be referring to the battery.
Really? The name of the battery is he? You name your battery? And man, listen, where do they do that at? And I ain't been on plenty boats because I'm a mobile auto detailer, and I did plenty boats. The type of boat that was on that Triton, I detailed one of those before. That's why I'm telling everybody. It could be possibly that they was choking him, and he fell back and hit his head on the back of the metal part that's on that Triton. Get somebody who knows boats.
The bilge on the boat.
No
That
one's gonna name their battery Nolan. Come on, man.
it's all unclear. Did the young man explain those travels we just identified?
Yeah, 100%. They did that. I wish that people on the internet would have had an opportunity, and they can go look at the interview that I did with Warren, but they had
Yeah, he's trying to advertise. Look at this. She broke that thing down.
an opportunity to actually talk to these young men to get this in perspective.
431 departed Horn Island, but the dispatcher call got the time when it happened. See, Nolan can't tell you what time he was doing this stuff. But at 3 o'clock, the coach said he spoke with Nolan. Nolan had no drugs in the system, no none of that. This was around 3:30. This is around 3 o'clock, 3:30, about 3:30, right? So how was he talking to the coach at 3:30, but it's 4:30 right here? They said it departed Horn Island. So apparently, where was Nolan with the coach? That's the question. So
Because some people have no idea how boats function and how they work. They explained to me, they took me on a boat and showed me exactly where they went.
And they could have off your behind right then and there.
Where they docked, where did they, stop at? How did they get the bilge pump and the water out of the boat and all of the above? So they were sinking. They were taking on water. The water came up high enough that the batteries weren't working. They had to get a tow to kind of tow them out. Where you could see the young lady saying about 3 miles out. It's a complicated boat's jargon, but they ended up getting the boat out. They ended up getting it to the point where they could run the boat, run the water out of the boat through a hole in the boat that they ended up plugging. They explained all this. Anybody that does boating know exactly what they're talking about. If
Yeah, that we do. We do know boats.
you hear them
Because I ain't cleaned plenty.
explain it on the interview.
Because I have to detail the boat. That means I have to spray water in the boat. So I already know how this goes, Tatum.
So they have an explanation for all of these.
And I ain't been down to the dock and had to get on the water to clean boats. Plenty of them. In Michigan, in Palm Bay. What's the name of the other place by Tallahassee? It's another place that I went down and had to do. Come on, man. Come on.
Things. And not only that, Nancy, they showed me video of them on the boat and Nolan was not on the boat. Nolan was not on the boat log. And there are people who saw no.
That is a lie, cousin. First of all, go watch Dane Calloway's video. Dane Calloway proved that he left with these boys. And the timing in the mornings. Dan Calloway broke this thing down, I'm telling you.
Nolan on the island.
Shout out to Dan Calloway.
Closer to around 6 p.m., which is far after they left, far after this phone call was made. I saw text messages from the young lady that Nolan was with, the young lady named Katie. I saw her.
And Katie didn't already debunk that. Katie's sister didn't debunk that already.
Text messages. In her text messages, she say that she heard the boys yelling for Nolan to get on the boat. He did not. She said in her text message that she did not see Nolan get on the boat he came on, which was Wyatt's boat, which is the boat that was sinking and they ended up leaving on. So it wasn't just a statement that they made on a podcast. They were actually showing me evidence.
Now, here's the one thing that everybody need to get. They need to get the time from the dispatcher when it happened. Okay?
To the contrary of what the
and it was more than one boat that had issues too, by the way.
Mainstream YouTubers and some media outlets are putting
So y'all need to keep that in mind.
out to people at large. And so I wish that people would go watch the interview or at least take some time to listen to these boys' statement. And I'll say this, Nancy, too. I wish that the family would have taken the
see, and that's another thing the psychotherapist was talking about. Nancy's asking you about the boat, but you're going in trying to drill the family. The family has nothing to do with your interview. Nothing. Because you're against the damn family. Why? They're quiet. They just got an interview from Don Lemon.
time, or at least Benjamin Crump would have taken the time to reach out.
He's drilling Benjamin Crump because he hate blacks. Drilling the mother because he hate blacks. We ain't already said he came out and said right after that. Blacks are the most ignorant people in the world. And again, YouTube should have banned that man's channel.
Out to the lawyers or reach out to these young boys to get their statements so they're not wasting their time sending everybody on a rabbit trail when they could have just talked to these boys. And they could have, but they refused.
Well, you're doing a good job by making them talk. So those statements are clear. Once you say that, ain't no going back because the internet they ate it alive.
Because I saw a message from Warren where he called Nolan's mom twice. I've seen messages from
twice now. Keep that in mind. So if you watch any other videos and he say more than that, then you know they're lying.
Nolan, Warren's stepmother, Ashley, where she sent Nolan's mom a text saying, please reach out to me whenever you're ready. I would like to talk.
Stepmother? What?
Other parents I saw messages from who reached out to Nolan's mom saying,
what this got to do with what Nancy just asked you? She just asked you about the signal. You're talking about Nolan's family. See? When someone asks you a question, just answer it. So watch this.
Saying, we need to talk. Can we talk? I'm available. If
this dude is very difficult to listen to.
Yes.
The cooning, if I was to judge this coon thing that he got going on, this guy could win an Olympic gold medal in cooning. Now, he's going to have some stiff competition because there are some career coons out there that will give him a race for his money. But right now, he is the new coon king. Like he up at the top of the mountain right now, and they gunning for the new coon. That's the new coon they gunning for him. And look, fam, this dude right here thinks that just because somebody gave an explanation, that means that it makes them trustworthy. Hell, I can give you an explanation for robbing a bank.
Exactly.
That don't mean I'm trustworthy. That don't mean I can give you an explanation.
And here's the main thing I want everybody to take from this, and even the people doing stories on this. You can do an interview with somebody, but everybody lies or have lied. Okay? And anybody can lie. I can say I went to St. George Island yesterday. And guys, it was so beautiful. There was fish jumping up, jumping back down, and I could smell their skin when they jumped up and jumped back down. And some of when the fins were flapping, they flapped some of the sea salt in my goddamn eye. My eye was out for a damn day. And I had to rinse it out with peroxide to get it out because it bubbled out, and then I saw the salt on my dang bathroom counter. And y'all can believe that. But I'm lying. See? Person can lie. That's the point. And he believed because they said it. That's what you call a coon.
Explanation for why my buddy went in and robbed the bank. I'm sitting in the car. I can give you an explanation. Hell, I
think like a prosecutor.
From
which is what I've seen from community and
from accountability. That's why.
Talk to the family. We asked to talk to the attorney, Benjamin Crump. Why? So we can come together as a community and solve.
You ain't no damn community. So why you tell me you part of a white community? The community? Dude, you in Jacksonville. How in the hell is this a community? You ain't in Mississippi. He's saying he's part of Mississippi.
What happened to Nolan Wells.
Community. My ass.
Not create and stoke division, which is what I've seen.
Stoke division. So you're saying Ben Crump is them is causing division? No. The first thing first is based on history, based on the murders and deaths of these young brown men. Based off of that alone, that is suspicion. If you know anything about crime, Tatum, you'll know based off suspicion someone can be arrested. So based off suspicion, you also can investigate the other two murders that happened. This is why they bringing in civil rights people. So no one's trying to spark division. We're looking at facts. 3 brown men in sundown state, I ain't gonna say city, sundown town, has been murdered.
From
Tatum,
Benjamin
that
Crump.
is exactly what we're trying to do. And I hear everything you're saying, and you know, I think like a prosecutor. My main goal is to find the truth of what happened to Nolan Wells. And one thing I cannot get away from is the medical examiner. Have the friends taken polygraphs?
Whoa, this is where she finna cook his ass.
Well, from my understanding,
First of all, he said understand. The scripture says lean not to your own understanding. And it also says in your understanding, in all thy wisdom, you should get understanding. I haven't witnessed any wisdom from this guy at all after watching him on different places.
all but I believe one took.
Believe. Now, your understanding, and then you come in and say you believe, I ain't closing out. Why don't you watch how he closing out? Exactly like you're praying to Jesus. I believe, but what? That is not understanding, brother. You can't believe in something, not know, but then say it's your understanding.
A polygraph.
And then he said one.
And from what was told to me that they all
From what was told to you.
passed. And all of the ones.
From what was told to you, they passed. See, that anybody can lie. Anybody can lie. I can take a polygraph about me looking at the woman's butt going in the store 10 years ago. Did you look at her butt? No, I ain't look at her butt. Knowing goddamn well I looked at her butt and it looked like Becky butt. The point I'm making is I can lie. But from your understanding, based on what they said, you can't base an understanding on what someone said without factual evidence.
Ones that took a polygraph took one without a lawyer. And so
did they show you the polygraph? And it wasn't a polygraph. Watch how she murdered.
And they cooperated with law enforcement.
Where's words? There he is.
So from my understanding, everybody took a
Why do you say
polygraph
that's
test
from
but
what
one.
you understand? Did they tell you they took a poly and passed?
They told they yes, ma'am. They told me that they did.
So first he said they told him he took a polygraph, and then he came back and said it was similar. It was a lie detector test, and then he came back and said it was similar to a lie detector. Come on, man. From your understanding, I told you there's no wisdom.
I wasn't
From all that get understanding.
there. So that's why I'm saying from my understanding, they told me
From your understanding, what is your understanding? Your understanding?
that all the boys except one, which is Warren, I believe, took a
I believe. That means you don't know for a fact.
polygraph test. All of them did not have lawyers and did it. And
What the lawyers got to do with the answer that you're supposed to be giving? That has nothing to do with it.
Cooperated with police. Warren also cooperated with police. I just believe he didn't take a lot of.
It's just I don't believe. He keeps talking about your belief. Well, what are you believing in, Jesus? What spiritual entity are you believing in at this moment?
Take the test, but Warren is the young man that I interviewed.
You let me interview Tatum. I will cook his books.
According to what they told me, they all took a lot of tests.
Yeah, he's holding his hand. He's holding his hand like he's Joel Osteen. I believe. Yes, and he's blinking his eyes just like Joel Osteen. Look at it.
Test and passed. And it's an equivalent of a lie detector test.
See, now he's coming back secondly saying it's equivalent to a lie detector test. So that means you said polygraph, lie detector test, equivalent to a lie detector test.
It's not a traditional lie detector test, but it's the same.
It's not a traditional, but it's the same.
Same theology of trying.
Theology. Let's go look this up, y'all. Let me pull this up. I want to show you he has no wisdom. Theology meaning. Let's pull that up. Because he's trying to use this in a legal perspective. Theology means the study of God. Really? Religious and religious beliefs. Because remember, he keeps saying, believe. I believe. So he's worshiping something. The word comes from two old Greek words. Because remember, Rome dominated Greece. took their words and history, and then they merged it into something, their definitions. So this is how these words get all mixed up. Now, Theos, which means God. That's kind of like Thanos. Okay? And Logos. That's like going into Logos, Nigeria, Lagos. Okay? Which means word or study. Let's go down. They got different breakdowns of this. See? Let's go to the main idea. Theology is the study of God, God's character, God's actions in relation to the cosmos, and especially God's relationship to humanity. The character and history. History. So now he can be talking about the history of what happened on that boat. Of humankind. Okay. They did something with this boy's body. That's humankind, that's mankind. Okay. History. In responsive relationship to God. So you're relating his murder to God. What happened on the boat to God. Relating the polygraph test to God. The fake polygraph test. Relationship to God within the paranormal of the world and history, space, and time. So maybe he's talking about space and time. The history of what happened with the polygraph test. Okay? Let's get back here now.
Trying to get to if a person is lying. Man that I interviewed. So according to what they told me, they all took a lie detector test and passed. And it's an equivalent of a lie detector test. It's not a traditional lie detector test, but it's the same theology of trying to get to if a person is lying.
Now, see how he says the same theology if you was trying to get to. It's the same theology, religion, if you was trying to get to. What religion you in, buddy? Come on, man.
Officer Tatum should have taken a lie detector test.
Woo! Boy, come on, man.
Because he just lied.
Yeah.
Some of it's an equivalent of a lie detector test. It's a different methodology.
It's equivalent of a lie. First, see? So he said a polygraph. He said it's not a lie detector test. Now he says equivalent to a lie detector test. The theology of, come on, he's trying to talk like Dr. Umar. It's the spensation of the sensation of the celebration of the calculation. So it cannot do any influctuation, or you have your infatuation with my mentulation. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't believe it was a polygraph test. I believe they took other.
I believe. Let's go back to theology. Theology. What religion are you talking about? What God are you serving? Come on, buddy. Come on, man.
Stressors in order to analyze if the people were telling the truth or not.
No one's choking me, y'all. I'm just talking, stuttering.
Did they take a polygraph would be no.
Well, yeah,
well, yeah.
I think it could be semantics because
I think it could be semantics. Let's go look up the definition of semantics. Let's go look it up. Semantics is the scientific and philosophical study of meaning in language, computer science, and logic. It looks at how words, phrases, knows your semantics, and symbols create and share ideas. So you're sharing an idea that it was something like polygraph.
They took a test to analyze whether or not they were
So
being
now it's just a test. It went through 4 things, but now it's just a test.
truthful in their statements, and that
And they're truthful in their statement.
certified test, they passed it. It just wasn't considered
How do you know they passed? Did you see the grade? Did you see the grade?
the traditional polygraph.
Or they just picked up the phone and called the group, hey, y'all passed. Y'all passed. And why did y'all take that? The courts didn't say do it. Crump didn't say do it. So y'all did it so that way y'all can have y'all story straight when you get to court.
I've been told, but I can't verify, that the boat...
See, she even said it. I was told. See how she did that? She's a prosecutor. I was told, but cannot verify. That's what he should have been saying.
Question has been searched by scent dogs and cadaver dogs. Is that true?
I'm not familiar if that's true. Let me just clarify.
Oh, see, all you gotta do is answer the question and let it go to the next question. He's trying to add stuff in to defend the boys. See that mess?
The test that they took was a
See, you already caught. You got caught cheating on your girlfriend. What happened was
voice stress analysis test.
Stress analysis. Now that's 5. Now it's a stress analysis test. It took all this just to say it was a stress. You can be stressed about somebody kicking your butt with this case. You can be stressed about the platforms and everybody on the platform doing whatever. Come on, man. Wisdom. What wisdom?
Instead of what we call a
Lean not to your own understanding.
traditional polygraph test. But I'm not familiar with the cadaver dog searching the boat. I wasn't informed that that was the case. But I was told by the boys that they did not,
but not confirmed,
wash the boat off or do any of those things that they were accused of doing, after this incident.
Right.
And I say, based on all the things that I've heard,
based on all the things you're in heard now,
appears that
hearsay.
Been very
That's where they're gonna strike it down in court. Hearsay.
truthful with me.
And he just took their word. They said that they didn't clean the boat off, and he just took their word for it.
And law enforcement, they've already communicated with law enforcement very early on.
Okay, Officer Tatum, coming from you, I do give that credence because you were a Tucson PD. I've had people sit down, look me right in the face and lie, and they are so convincing. So I don't know who's telling the truth. I don't know what happened, and that's why I really resent people suggesting the investigation be shut down. We're not doing that until we know what happened.
And Nancy just said she's on board. She's telling you, we're not shutting down shit, boy. All this mess you bringing here, and it could be lied, they lied in your face. That's pretty much what she's saying. We ain't shutting down shit. Look how he looking. God dang, it didn't work. Look how he looking. It didn't work. Dang, Nancy, you mean I don't got that face to make you change your mind, auntie?
Did the young men you interviewed, I believe it was 4 of them, stay?
So he interviewed 4 different people. Makes sense of that. Okay, let me see if I can call the family and do an interview. I guarantee you I can. And I'm gonna be like, well, why'd you do it with Officer Tatum? And that will prove everything. And I'm gonna try next week to reach out to the families and see can I do an interview with them. If I can't do no interview, then you know this dude and TMZ was paid off. Rest my case. Let's get out of that, and I'm going into this comedy so y'all can end with a laugh. Okay? This dude is real funny with this. All right?
Hello? Big Nancy, what's up with you? Yeah. I had got your number from somebody. Look, I ain't. No, let me talk. God damn, you don't be playing. Look, check this out. Now I was calling you. I want to tell you we appreciate you. Yes, we appreciate you for coming in on this damn case. It's about time. Yes, yes, and that's what I was calling for. We appreciate you. Yes, and we with you 100%. We already know what time it is.
Now listen what this dude say. He gonna go in talking about Nancy Grace Bob. Her Bob right there.
I said Nancy about to get right there. What I said, Nancy about to lock everybody up. Damn right, everybody that was close to that water, lock them up. And I know you gonna do it. Right, I said, but they don't woke that damn Bob up.
They woke the Bob up.
I said, Nancy for to have that Bob laid, and she for the show. I said, Nancy, if you pop up in that damn courtroom, I got a cousin that can do your Bob for you. I mean,
he got a cousin that'll do her Bob. Look at that Bob right there. Man, is Nancy dating a black man? I wonder about that. Can somebody tell me in the comments section?
she'll have that motherfucker laid. She'll have it flipped all kind of way. You need to do that. Nah, I'm saying it because I know you like rocking bobs and stuff. I'm like, Nancy. Yeah, you right. But I was just saying. I'm just saying though. They don't woke up the wrong person. I was like, somebody done said your name 3 times and they done woke you up.
Now that 3 times is like saying Candyman. Say my name 3 times like Candyman. Watch me roll on that ass like an avalanche.
Hell yeah, send all of them down the road. Every last damn one. Okay, I know you ain't for the play. You probably out there testing the water. You probably you out there got a fishing pole getting the fishes out of you. About to have a fish talking. That's what I said. I said that girl would have the fishes and every damn body talking. The damn boat for this. We about to do a damn autopsy on the boat. That's why I said Nancy going to the bottom of the damn sea. She about to test the dirt at the bottom. She about to find old boats down, every damn thing. You ain't about to play with them? Right, lock them up. Yeah, come saying it's time for us to shine. I said Nancy told them folks, they ain't about to play in my face. I said that in your voice, they ain't about to play in my face. Yes, because Justin need to be damn certain. They about to be certain. I know they scared of hell. I know you got the whole damn city, county, the state, every damn body scared right now. Because they don't know who you finna get.
like a sniper. A sniper that's hiding in the bushes. That's what Nancy Grace remind me of. And you don't never know who she gonna pull out and drill they behind. That's why she brung Tatum on to make him look like a fool. Because he out here attacking the family, trying to ruin the case, brung them boys out, interviewed them boys. And I'm gonna tell you, if they want to do an interview with me or anybody else, why you haven't seen an interview with nobody else? Ask yourself that.
Everybody involved, that's who need to be got. Everybody that was involved or close to it or seen something, lock them up. Right, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you and your Bob. Yeah, when I seen it, I said, Nancy pissed off. When I saw you talk, I said, Nancy pissed off, she angry, and she finna get down justice. And they scared, but we don't give a damn. At the end of the day, we tried. Right, at the end of the day, we tried, and they ain't want to hear us out. Hell, right. So go ahead and do your thing, and we gonna be here backing you up. I know you don't need us to back you up, but we're gonna do it in the damn way. Right, and like I said, we appreciate you again. Yeah, but look, let me know if you want me to hit my cousin to come do your Bob for you. Like I said, she had that motherfucker laid. Hello?
That's crazy. All right, kings and queens, that is it. Again, monthly dues are due right now. Get your monthly dues in, and book your appointments after you do your monthly dues. Don't book no appointments if you ain't paid no monthly dues. If you got your $20.99 VIP still available, you can book that one. But I'm talking to the university students. All right. So the class recording, I will release that and give that to y'all directly. Okay. Send that out directly to those who are active only. All right. And I will talk to y'all on the Next video. All right. I'm here alone on the SBC, but it's also the 100 Kings, 100 Queens. All right. Peace.